Hello, I'm Mike Hayes, and in this video we're going to take a look at several different ways of practicing arpeggios. Now we know everyone tells us to play scales and arpeggios, but I don't know about you, I've never woke up in the morning humming an arpeggio or whistling a scale. We hum melodies, we hum tunes. So there's a cycle that we have to break. In fact, it's a bind. We play what we hear, and we hear what we play. So if all we practice is boring, tedious scale exercises and arpeggio exercises, that's how our music will come out, very uninspiring. In this video, we're going to help you find ways to improve your technique, improve your ear, and also create inspiring melodic lines. And the idea is we're going to give you the tools to do this so that you can develop the exercises however you like. Now it doesn't matter whether you've been playing for several years or you're just starting out. I'm sure there's something in this video that you'll be able to use. So grab your pick, I've got mine, and let's get started. The examples in this video will be from the E Aeolian mode, which means we'll be playing in the key of G, starting on the note E. Let's begin by playing the E Aeolian mode as a linear scale along the 4th string. Our next step will be to play the triads from that mode. We'll be playing on string grid 2, which is the 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings. Notice how the root note in each triad is played on the 4th string and traces the E Aeolian mode that we just played. Next we'll rearrange the note sequence in our triads. We're going to move the middle note up an octave. The interval distance between the root note and the new position of this note is a 1/10. Notice how we've coloured in this new note green. We'll be using specific colour codes throughout this lesson to identify the placement of the notes in the triad. Let's have a listen to the root note and the 1/10 for each of these chords. The next step will be to add in the 5th of each triad, and we'll be using the colour black to identify the 5th. As a quick review, we have the root indicated by a red dot, the 10th indicated by a green dot, and the 5th indicated by a black dot. When we play these 3 notes together with this particular note positioning, we now have what is called a spread triad. Let's play through and have a listen to the chords of the E Aeolian mode, played this time as spread triads. Right then, we've played through the shapes of the spread triad. The next step will be to play a series of arpeggios based on these spread triads. In this next exercise, I'll be playing the root note on string 4, the 5th of each triad is on the 3rd string, I'll be playing the 10th on the 1st string, and then coming back and playing the 5th once again on string 3. So for your right hand, you'll be playing string 4, string 3, string 1, back to string 3, and then moving on to the next triad to repeat the same right hand sequence. Let's have a listen to the sound of arpeggios based on spread triads. As you can hear, that really opens up the sound of the arpeggios and lets a lot of sunshine in. Okay, the next step will be to create a melodic line on the top string. And all I'm doing here for this exercise is beginning with the root note of the chord, then playing the 10th on the 1st string, which is our green dot, and then I'm going one note lower in the scale. Now remember, our notes are E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. Therefore, in this first instance, I'm working out a melodic line on this E minor chord. My root note is E. The 10th note is the G on the 1st string. And then I'm playing the next scale tone note lower than the 10th. In this instance, it would be F sharp. Let's move on to the next chord and I'll run through that process again, just so you get the idea. It's F sharp diminished as the triad. I'm beginning on F sharp as the root note on string 4. I'm playing the 10th, that's the A, the green note on the top string. The next note lower than A in our scale would be G. And I'm marking all these notes that are lower as purple notes. Well, with all these new ideas, it's time for a colour code update. Red indicates the root note, green indicates the 10th, purple indicates the next scale note lower than the 10th. Let's have a listen to how this melodic idea sounds. For this example, I'm in 3/4 time. Let's stay with that idea and develop it a little bit further. I'm going to add the 5th of the triad back in. The note sequence for this next example will be root note on string 4, 5th on string 3, 10th on the 1st string, then our scale tone lower note, the one in purple, back to the 10th, and then coming back to the 5th on string 3. Therefore, your right hand picking sequence will be string 4, 3, 1, 1, 1, 3. And that will be your right hand picking sequence throughout this next exercise. You will simply be moving your spread triad shapes up the neck of the guitar and including that additional melodic note on the 1st string. And once again, this exercise is in 3/4. Okay, let's develop that melodic idea a little bit further. If I take the note on the first string, the 10th of each chord, and then play the next scale note higher, followed by a scale note lower, and then back to the 10th. So I'm using that 10th as a target note. As an example, with the E minor chord, the 10th is the G on the first string. The next scale note higher is A, which will be marked in blue, and the scale note lower is marked in purple. And again, this is the colour coding right throughout the exercise. The scale note higher will be marked in blue, the scale note lower will be marked in purple. Here's how that would sound, and we're back in 4/4 time. Right then, for this next example, the first 3 notes in each bar will be the spread triad for each chord. Then the remaining 5 notes in each bar will be that melodic idea that we were just working on, where we're playing notes either side of our target note, which is the 10th of each chord. Your right hand picking sequence would be string 4, string 3, then the remaining notes will all be played on the first string. Okay, let's have a listen to how all this comes together. Here's the same exercise played at a faster tempo. Well, that's it for today, folks. I do hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I hope there's something in this lesson that'll help you develop your own musical style on guitar. If you enjoyed this session and felt you got some value out of it and you'd like to support this channel, there's a link in the description below this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the good stuff, and if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like. It really helps us out. Until next time, all the very best with your guitar playing. Bye for now.